New office, same issues. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and just to sum this up right here with the change in background, I ended up moving, so that's what happened. But despite having a brand new environment to work with here, we're still dealing with the same stuff in a new year in 2018, and that is Switch RMAs, which I have my Switch right here, ready for an RMA. Now, for anybody who has not seen my previous 2 videos, I'm going to link them down below in the description. I'll probably have cards as well too, but I am going to sum up real quick what ended up happening. And like my previous videos, I'm going to be using my hats to show, how many layers deep this went. So, my first RMA was about a left Joy-Con issue. My second RMA was about a Pro controller that ended up dying. It charged one time, fully, depleted, and then died after that. I need to reach for my other hats. My third RMA was also for another left Joy-Con issue. One of the times it was because it was disconnecting. It was having that very typical issue that people were talking about. The other time it was because it would not work wirelessly at all. I could not connect it at all. The battery was fine. If I hooked it up physically to the Switch, it was okay. But as soon as I disconnected it, it would never resync at all. The fourth RMA, that was the first time I sent the console in to get fixed up. And let me put the hat on for this here. That was due to, I would say, I'm going to say it was partially user error, but also the system probably should have had some type of shutdown mechanism. In short, I have this big, bulky case that is very protective for the Switch. I had my Switch, it wasn't in sleep mode, but it was just sitting at the main menu. I did not put it into sleep mode, assuming that it was going to go into standby in about 5 or 10 minutes. I put it into the case, and it sat there for 4 hours baking, and it got to the point where it kind of warped a bit, and the screen was separating physically. The plastic part on the top of the system where the screen is was physically separating from it. So that's why I sent it in. And at the end of that video, the fourth Switch RMA video, I said, I'm hoping I don't have to do this again. Well, now I gotta put another hat on, so now we're gonna get Pikachu. And I'll be honest, this is very uncomfortable now at this point. This is way too much weight on the top of my head here. I'm looking at my preview window and God help me. All right. This just looks like a hat monstrosity. This looks like a sundae that just got completely destroyed, except it's made out of hats. But right here, we have RMA number 5. I'm going to unbox it for you all right here. I did take off the labels and stuff, but as you can see, I have not ripped it open yet. So I'm going to do that on camera for you all, and then I'm going to explain why exactly I had to send in my RMA. Out of warranty, mind you. I also had to do it out of warranty. So, let's see here. I'm just going to look at the paperwork kind of offhanded because that has some sensitive information, all that stuff, but let's see. Alright, so this was by Menelik Services, LLC. It was sent over to California. The ship date was April 25th, and it says hardware was a gray HACUXA miscellaneous Nintendo Switch miscellaneous use item for return order, I'm assuming, and then service performed part replacement. It looks like I have the same serial number going in and out, so I do have the same console, and that's about it. Let's see what Nintendo said. Alright, they did give me a warning this time, and let's see what it says here. Notice! To ensure optimal system performance, we recommend using only official licensed products, including the original Nintendo Switch dock, the model number, and the original AC adapter or a licensed AC adapter. Look for the official seal on the packaging. When charging your system or connecting it to a TV or monitor, only licensed products undergo Nintendo's testing and evaluation process. Using unlicensed accessories may invalidate your Nintendo product warranty. Please visit and call and all that stuff. That's what it says right here. I've never gotten this before, so interesting. I almost feel like they're trying to hint something to me, but I only use Nintendo products on this. I'm telling you. I haven't even used a third-party dock. The closest I've gotten to that is I do have a video showing this, and it is pretty neat to have. But there we go. But I end up taking a dock like this. I was able to get like a little mini dock, and you have to take the guts out of here and put it into that mini dock. And it's quite nice, but it's literally the exact same dock, just in different form. So there you go. Now there are some packing peanuts, not as many as before. And let's see, we ended up getting a whole lot of papers here as well too. Awesome. Nintendo Switch post repair instructions. I never got this either, so this is all new to me. So thank you for sending your console to Nintendo for repair. Please read the boxes checked below for post repair information and or instructions. All right, so I'm going to just read the checked ones. We have verified your problem and repaired or replaced the defective components. Your user information, which includes game save data, system settings, etc., has been loaded into your repaired or replaced system. And that's about it. Those are the only things that have been checked on here. I'm not going to bore you all reading these big documents, but we got them. So awesome. I got a lot more documentation than I got the last time around. And let's look at the Switch itself. I've really missed my Switch. It's been gone for about a week and a half. All right. Looks like same as before. My screen protector is there. Okay. All right. And to me, it looks like... What's going on with this? Is it still tinted? I am thrown off by this. Let me try this out. Yo, I have no idea what they did to this thing. So let me explain what's going on with this. Like, let me check this first off as well too, because this is the same casing and everything. And again, my screen protector is still on here, which is throwing me off. But let me just kind of look first of all. And this thing it doesn't, to me at least, looking at it here, it doesn't look like that it's bent. But it looks like it's still bulging a bit, which is throwing me off. So now I'm going to get into the issue that I've been having with my Switch, right? Which I've been mentioning, bending, and this is the story. So essentially, I ended up getting this RMA, I want to say, in November. That was the time when, as I mentioned, you know, the whole time when the screen was literally popping off after it ended up baking. And Nintendo was really sympathetic of the situation, all that stuff. They got me sorted. They were all great with it. Now, what ended up happening was, I swear it was a few days after, just a few days afterwards, I ended up getting a few days after I got my Switch back, I swear I noticed, like, I was taking out the dock and I kind of looked at it. I'm like, this thing's not... It's not straight. Like, is it bent? And I even ran it by my brothers. I had them check it out, and they said, yeah, no, it doesn't look proper. But I said, you know what? Maybe we're all just imagining things. I have no idea. But it didn't hit me. It didn't truly hit me until... That's why I was messing with the dock here. Until at one point, this is in April, as I mentioned, I took my Switch. I went to play, you know, some games on the monitor, and I hooked it up here. And I just noticed that there was some resistance with it that wasn't there before. And it can't be solely from the screen protector, but I kind of started looking at it and I felt this bulge, which is, I'll be honest with you all, it's still there. I don't even know if they did anything to this. What the hell? No, I seriously, I don't even know if they did anything. I know I look crazy, probably because I just keep looking at this, but this thing still might be bent. I don't know what they did, because it doesn't detail anything on here. It just says miscellaneous, Nintendo Switch miscellaneous use item for return order. Part replacement. What did they replace? I did send them a note, because I had, you know, when I talked to the Nintendo rep, I recommended they do this, and I did send them a note saying, like, not only the unit is bent, but also, if you look at a teardown of this, right here is where the battery is. And I noticed, because I had some friends check this out as well too, they were noticing that there's kind of just this curvature right where the battery's supposed to be, so we weren't sure if this thing's getting ready to blow or not. I hope it isn't. But this is the same case. So, or not case, excuse me, the same housing. So I don't know what's going on here. I would have thought they would have, at minimum, replaced the housing. That's what I was thinking. Getting into this, though, up to the RMA, everything was great. What happened was the reason why I also did it, even though it was out of warranty, but I still sent to Nintendo, is because they were nice enough to waive the charges for this. Essentially what happened was when I called them, I explained to them, I said, I feel like this thing, the battery might be close to exploding on it. I have no idea, and the thing is bending, and it's just about a month out of warranty. And I explained it to the person, and he said, hey, it's going to be $100 plus $10 shipping to fix this. And I asked, hey, can we do anything lower? Can this be waived? He offered $100. And I said, well, look, if it's going to be that much, I'll be honest, I fix my own stuff for the most part. I would rather it's going to be cheaper and more fun for me to go out and buy a new battery and a new casing, like a new housing here, and just replace them myself. I would rather do that. And then he said, okay, well, what about if we drop it down $25? Like, we do $75 free shipping. And I just asked at that point, I was like, hey, can this be waived? Because it's only a month out of warranty, and on top of that, this has been my 5th RMA with you all. And thankfully, he said, okay, cool. So that's been nice. That works out. I'm just so perplexed by this. I have another Switch. Hold on, I'm going to compare it real quick. Alright, so I ended up leaving the room. I was trying to look around my house and get something to compare this to, whatever. I mean, of course, I have this other Switch right here. And this one, by the way, I keep on low firmware for modifications and such. But this one there seems to be no issues with it. No visual issues from what I can see. This Switch, though, I don't think... It doesn't look bent to me anymore. I'm going to put pictures in here as well, too. Like, I'm going to put in some before photos, and I'm going to put in some after photos that I just took. And the before photos, you can clearly see the thing is bent. But here's the thing. I was trying to, get in some better lighting. I was trying to, try it out at different angles as well, too. And it looks like this thing is not bent anymore, but it still has the bulge here, like it's happy to see me. So... I don't know what they would have replaced. I don't know if they just bent this back into shape or what the hell they did. Because there doesn't seem to be any force marks or anything on it. My screen protector's still there, so they didn't replace the front part of this. And the back is still bulging. Which, that's what I'm most surprised with. I'm shocked that they wouldn't replace the entire housing on here. I don't want to sound entitled about that, by the way, either, but my thought process is if there is a visual issue with the housing, you would probably want to replace that if you're getting a system in for an RMA. So, is the Switch bent? I would say no, but it still has that bulge, and that's what the weird thing is. Like, here's the Switch that there's nothing wrong with it. Like, no issue. Getting it into the dock. I'm the one who's screwing this up, if anything. That's fine. But this Switch, the one that I just got back, my main one here, there's still that noticeable force. That is so weird. That is so weird. And yeah, even so, now, like, if you look at it, like, in the dock itself, it's not bending in there, but it's more obvious where if you're looking at it, where it's bulging a bit on the back, but the Switch itself isn't bent. I can only, because I haven't opened up the system myself, I can only assume that maybe they replaced the battery, and maybe I don't know what they did to get this back into shape. I couldn't tell you. I'm at a loss for words. I'll be honest. And again, this document, the one that says they just replaced a part, it's miscellaneous, so I don't know what they replaced because it doesn't tell me on there. And when I came back up here, I decided to look at the Nintendo Switch post-repair instructions, thinking maybe they couldn't see the issue with it. Maybe they didn't see an issue with it. And there is a specific checkmark for, after thoroughly testing your Nintendo components, we could not duplicate the problem you were experiencing, so we have repaired or replaced the components we suspect may have caused the problem, or else a replacement for an accessory that was not sent in. Either way, we trust this will resolve your issue. So that would insinuate to me, the fact that that's not checked, that would insinuate to me that they did test this, and they were able to service this without giving me another Switch, which that's fine as well too. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I'm at a loss here. I will be honest. Let me make sure it works, by the way. So I'm turning it on. All right, Nintendo. All right, come on. Come on, you can do it. Switch. Still working. That's good. Cool. And all my stuff is on there. Awesome. Hooray. So I'm happy about that. So I got all my my Minecraft story mode progress. I have all my other games as well too. Like my completed games, those are fine as well. I start on Bayonetta, so I can still continue with that. I might honestly, at one point, I might just replace the housing myself. Get one of those, like, what I wanted to do, my idea was I was going to get one of those, like, really cool see-through housings. You know, like the old school ones that everyone thought was super awesome. I still think they're kind of cool, but I might get one of those for this. We'll see. There's a perfect reason to at this point, because also, as I said, since it's out of warranty, they did waive my warranty fee, well, my out-of-warranty repair fee, but they said that was going to be a one-time exception, so I can't do that again, which is fine. Again, I'm not complaining about that. But I might just replace the housing on here at one point in the near future. I keep checking it. It doesn't look bent to me. But that bulge is throwing me off. I don't know. Nintendo, what do? Oh well. The thing works. I think it should be okay. I'm just so thrown off that it's... And it wasn't my imagination with the bend either. It wasn't my imagination. I was taking photos, I showed people the Switch beforehand, and they confirmed it was bent when they were checking it out and they were trying to compare it to things. And now, when I was putting it in the same positions, it doesn't look bent, but just, you can see that bulge. Man, I am thrown off. I will say this has been the worst Nintendo repair experience I've had, but that's saying a lot. And I say that because I'm more in a state of confusion. Because it looks like the issue was resolved, but it wasn't resolved at the same time. So I'm not sure what was going on with this. And unfortunately, I don't have, even though I have more paperwork than I had before, I don't have enough details from the repair center to know what exactly happened here. But the customer service reps, the shipping, everything else is fine. That's why I'm saying, like, this has been the worst customer service I've dealt with Nintendo, which is still great. I'm so perplexed at this. I'm just going to have to end the video here, else I'm going to go into, I don't know, Alex Jones conspiracy mode. I have no idea what's going on. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone, with these 5 hats here. This is certainly not the outcome I was expecting. I was expecting this to have a new housing on it. And again, I don't want to sound entitled on it, but it's just, I would think that when there's some obvious, there's still obvious physical issues with this, that would be the thing you would replace, and then you call it good. At minimum. Huh. This is weird as hell, man. This is weird. Alright, so this video is going to be a lot longer than I anticipated because, guess what? I got the Switch box here, and we're sending this thing right back. I just got it. I just got this thing. I'll tell you all what happened real quick. So, I just finished doing the video, and I sent those pictures over to Devin, otherwise known as Paranoid Coder, one of my best friends who I also do the Mod Chat podcast with, and I got him on the phone and asked him, is this thing bent? And he said it doesn't look bent to him. And I told him exactly what I told you all, so I'm not going to repeat all that here. But as per his recommendation, he said, you know what, if I were you, I would try to call up Nintendo and see if you can get any more details on the repair. I tried calling them, and guess what? The guy, awesome support rep, but the guy had just as much details as I had. Now, one thing I did forget about is if your system is out of warranty when you get it serviced, when you get it back, you get a 100-day warranty with it. So they actually ended up honoring that, so it was no issue doing another RMA immediately right out the door. But the guy, he apologized for it, and I explained the situation to him. I explained everything there, and he said, go ahead and send the system. I'm going to detail all the stuff you've told me, and send the dock as well, so our technicians will have a dock to work with and test it with. Because maybe they didn't see the bulging issue. Maybe they're not seeing the same issue that you're seeing on here. And none of us know what the tech replaced, what part was replaced here, because all it says is part replacement, and it's miscellaneous. So I didn't know, and the Nintendo customer service rep didn't know either, so that's why I'm being requested to send in everything. I did tell him that the dock works perfectly fine with my other Switch. With this one, it has some resistance, and he said, yeah, I understand, but go ahead and send in the dock. That's fine. I've got 3 docks at this point, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be sending this in. One nice thing, too, they also did expedited shipping on here, because the guy said, it sucks that you just got the system back and you have to send it out immediately, so hopefully you'll get it sooner rather than later. But yeah, time to send this thing out. I will update you all for RMA. RMA number 6! Unbelievable. I still love this system though, but like, come on, man. Oh well. Y'all, I'm so tired of this. I'm kind of excited to get this thing back, but I'm just so tired. I've seen this back and forth now at this point. 6th RMA. 3rd RMA for the console itself. Hopefully 3rd or 6th time is the charm. I'm not sure, but well, the 3rd RMA I had was controller related. I never had a controller issue after that I had to return for, so maybe it took me 3 RMAs of the console to finally figure this out. But anyways, Let's get these hats on, you all. Alright, so RMA number 1. I mean, this is the same video, but hey. RMA number 1, this is about a left Joy-Con. RMA number 2 was about a Pro controller. RMA number 3 was about left Joy-Con again. Maybe not the same one. RMA number 4 was the console cooking itself. RMA number 5... was the console being bent and the back bulging. So now we're about to get on to RMA number 6. I got it back. Guys, let me bring up my calendar again. So this video is coming out late. It's just giving you all that heads up, of course, because that's how I normally do my content. I sent this thing out on April 20th. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, I guess. April 20th is when I sent this out. It's now May 10th. I'm getting it back, because remember, I had to get it back, and they weren't bad about it. I'm looking at this again here. But, no, I ended up getting it back on May 2nd, sent it back on May 3rd. It's now May 10th, so I'm getting it here. So, yeah, I think sounds about right. Anyways, let's see what's going on here. All right, so RMA number 6, I'll be honest, I'm hoping... Nintendo, don't! I want this to be the last one. Look at how silly I look at this point. Look at how silly I look. I don't want to wear a 7th hat. I really don't want to wear a 7th hat. Alright, so we got 6 hats on to represent the 6 Switch-related RMAs that I've done at this point. I got the big box right here. Now, if you remember from a few minutes ago, it's been a bit for me, but to you it's only been a few minutes because of the power of editing. I had to send the dock and the Switch back, because remember, the Switch was no longer bent, but it was still bulging, and it was still in that same housing. So they said, please send the Switch and the dock back. The thing that makes me a little bit nervous is when I looked at the reason, because they give you like a reason when it's going out and stuff, the reason for it was, it said customer needs assistance. I don't know what that means yet, so we'll see. Alright. So it looks like, by the way, this time around, it went up to Nintendo. Like, Nintendo. Like, they said, this third-party repair company might have messed up. Send the shit to Redmond. So this thing went up to Redmond. So let's see what all I got here. I'm going to put this over to the side, and let's see these packing slips. Alright, so warehouse, repairs, and refurbish, customer ship, okay. There is a dock, there is a hardware gray HACUXA Joy-Con, move order limit line number 2, okay, a lot of that I'm not really sure of. There's nothing on the back here. Alright, here, Nintendo Switch post-repair instructions. We have verified your problem and repaired or replaced the defective components. That's what's checked. That's what's checked. All right. So, let's see. Supplemental information. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Oh, that's in another language. That's in another language. All right, cool. So, let's see what's inside the box. As you can see, we got my dock right here, which they nicely packed up. So, yo, I think they sent me a new dock. No, they didn't. Never mind. I still see, you know, 2 spots right here. That's still cool, though. They packed it up very nicely. Now, let's look and see. Why did they put... Oh! What? They put my screen protector in... What? Oh, they took the screen protector off. And then, that's fine. So they took it off the housing, and they gave it back to me on here. I can't really reuse it all that well, but that's really nice of them. I really do appreciate the gesture. They wrapped this up in some paper, and here we got the Switch. Ooh, and that's nice. That's nice. Okay. So let's see what's going on this time around. Well, it doesn't look bent at all. And I think, is this a new housing or what? I'm just trying to look for any, like, spots of wear or tear or anything. I'm kind of seeing a few, so this is most likely my old one, but it feels pretty nice and fresh, so I think we're good. Yo, I think we're good at this point. The question is, let's go ahead and turn this thing on, and let me grab my Joy-Con real quick. We're going to see if my data's on here, because that's going to be another important thing. I didn't include any... Yeah, ooh, this... Yeah, no, this thing is nice. Okay, I think they just gave me a whole new housing here. All right. Let's see. And hey, look! All my data's right there. There we go. All right, let me also double-check on the actual system itself. Just for giggles, I want to see what system version's on. It's on 5.0.2, which I guess is the current one at this point. Data management. Or no, not quick archive. No, go away. Really, as long as I have, like, let's see. Anything? Manage software. Only thing I have is Super Mario Odyssey on here. I don't, oh wait, no, save data. Okay. Delete save data, let's see. I'm looking for Zelda and I don't see my Zelda stuff, but I see, oh, there it is. Okay. We're good. We're good. Thankfully. All right. Guys, I think we're in the clear now. All right. Oh, my God. I'm so happy to have this thing back, you all. I am really happy. I have genuinely missed my Switch. I have genuinely missed... Yeah, that's... Ooh. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. And yeah, I know I was looking like right here. You can kind of indent in there a little bit, but it looks like the actual problem has been alleviated. So, awesome. Now remember, if you do get a warranty repair back, you have, I think, like 100 days on it. If it's still within the warranty period, like the 1 year, no. But if you do send it back outside of warranty, 100 days. But props to Nintendo on this. They were patient with me. They got everything sorted. Even the second time I had to send this back, so the 6th time here, they were really apologetic. Again, they wanted this sent over to Washington. They actually had me call one of the repair supervisors to give them more detail on it. Or technically, they called me, and then I couldn't have a full conversation, so I had to call them back. Either way, I had to speak with a supervisor on this, give them more detail. They did UPS second day air, and then they did UPS overnight on this, so very nice of them. Oh man, I'm so happy to have this back. Your boy's been playing old stuff, all right? I've been on the GameCube, which has been great, but messing with the GameCube, playing with that. Haven't really been on the PS4 that much because I'm still waiting for Detroit Become Human, and God of War's great, but I can only play with my girlfriend because she's interested in it. Very first world problems to have, by the way. I'm very happy to have those problems, but still. Man, I'm happy to have my Switch back finally. I wanted to play some Bayonetta. I just got this game, Human Fall Flat. Haven't even played it yet. I'm wanting to play that as well, too. I still can't play South Park on it because at this point it hasn't been patched. And I returned it. So, Ubisoft, fix your game, and I'll give you money. I think that's a good deal. But yes, finally. Let's also check and see what's going on here. Maybe. Okay. There we go. It's going in smoothly now. Yes, it has been alleviated. Awesome. Okay. I'm happy now. We verified it. We're good. We're good right here. Awesome. Awesome. I'm just going to keep doing this. Yeah. No, it goes in with no resistance now. That's great. Any resistance is me messing up at that point. But, oh man, finally. Okay. And yeah, that thing's looking straight. We're good. We're good. I just want to add this part in here as well, too. I just finished applying the screen protector because some people might say, oh, well, you're not getting that resistance because the screen protector's off. Well, that is true. I was getting a lot less resistance, and even now, when I try it, there is, I mean, it's noticeable. You can sense a tiny bit more just because of the screen protector, but it's nowhere near what it used to be, so... Awesome. Nintendo, you've been awesome for this, but please don't... I don't want to do a 7th RMA. Please. I really hope the issues are alleviated now. I really hope so. Because I don't want to go... Very first world problem again, but I don't want to go weeks on end without having my Switch again. I genuinely miss the system. I do like the system. I like playing on it. I just don't want to deal with this again. Oh, man. Alright, I'm happy to have that resolved now. This is certainly not the video I was expecting to make. I thought 5th RMA we'd be done. Nope, you all got 2 RMAs in this video. Oh, man. This is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, a like would absolutely be appreciated. If you hated, a dislike is fine. And I am taking off these damn hats.